shades. Letting her go, letting her rip, letting her fly, tossing her in sideways, living the life, letting her ride, outside, winning to die. Cross her up on the cushion, crossing the line, cause some drama and some bullshit they didn't like. And if they don't like the move, then we're ready to fly. But this is how we ride, this is how we do. Riding mud, sliding up higher in the groove. Don't give a damn about the cash we're spending. With the time we got, we choose to play it on the go, to stay out on the run. We all high, wide, and handsome. Ain't telling you what's right or wrong or what to choose. Hey, but this is how we do. This is how we do. This is how we roll. This is how we do. It's not for everybody but the chosen few. And we pray, cause we know that they might not ever come back. But this is how we ride, this is how we do. Riding mud, sliding up higher in the groove. Don't give a damn about the cash we're spending. With the time we got, we choose to play it on the go, to stay out on the run. We all high, wide, and handsome. Ain't telling you what's right or wrong or what to choose. Hey, but this is how we do. This is how we do. We can ride high, we can ride low. We can ride anywhere we need to go. We can ride all night up to the morning, as long as we make the show. We can be the best or we can be the worst. We can be the best thing you ever heard. With the motor singing and the grandstands ringing, it's hard to put it all in words. But this is how we ride, this is how we do. Riding mud, sliding up higher in the groove. Don't give a damn about the cash we're spending. With the time we got, we choose to play it on the go, to stay out on the run. We all high, wide, and handsome. Ain't telling you what's right or wrong or what to choose. Hey, but this is how we do. This is how we do. Out on the dirt ovals we play, life in the bright lights with no shades. Letting her go, letting her rip, letting her fly, tossing her in sideways, living the life, letting her ride, outside, winning to die. Cross her up on the cushion, crossing the line, cause some drama and some bullshit they didn't like. And if they don't like the move, then we're ready to fly. But this is how we ride, this is how we do. Riding mud, sliding up higher in the groove. Don't give a damn about the cash we're spending. With the time we got, we choose to play it on the go, to stay out on the run. We all high, wide, and handsome. Ain't telling you what's right or wrong or what to choose. Hey, but this is how we do. This is how we do. This is how we roll, this is how we do. It's not for everybody but the chosen few. And we pray, cause we know that they might not ever come back. But this is how we ride, this is how we do. Riding mud, sliding up higher in the groove. Don't give a damn about the cash we're spending. With the time we got, we choose to play it on the go, to stay out on the run. We all high, wide, and handsome. Ain't telling you what's right or wrong or what to choose. Hey, but this is how we do. This is how we do. can ride anywhere we need to go. We can ride all night up to the morning, as long as we make the show. We can be the best, or we can be the worst. We can be the best thing you ever heard. With the motor singing and the grandstands ringing, it's hard to put it all in words. But this is how we ride, this is how we do. Ride mud. Ready, rip. Pray to God, ready to rip. On my high, ready to rip. With the armor, ready to rip.
There it is, Sean. The ready to rip. We're here. Are we here, Sean? Are we?
Here, we're here.
No.
We're here. Am I on?
We're ready to rip, Sean. Hold on, we can maybe get you in the frame a little bit more. We want the Chaz sign to show up. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God. I know. He's running, but there ain't no high limit and outlaw guys there, really. Who was the one guy that said, Sean? Who was it?
Ryan Tam.
I don't know. Nobody was there.
Randall.
Chase Randall. Yeah, Chase Randall made the trip over to Houston. But I feel like this is going to be a little more entertaining, Sean. Oh, my God. The Kitten's Revenge is here. The Kitten's Revenge is here, ladies and gentlemen. It is 2025. It is not 2024. It is 2025. 2 years going, or starting 2 years for High Limit. And now the Kitten's getting their revenge. What's the deal, Sean? Why is the Kitten getting revenge? High Limit whooped their ass, did they not?
Yeah, it's all that smack talk. Cody Jacobs talking.
You think that's got him? That's got the Kitten all growling at him or hissing?
That's part of it.
So it's my fault. I'm the one that provided camera coverage to Cody Jacobs and a platform to Cody Jacobs to say all this to Brad and them, right? So it's technically the Chaz's fault. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, so it's on now.
This is why Brad Sweet calls me unprofessional.
Well, say what you will, but he's definitely taking the advantage of it.
Well, I mean, we reached 3.7 million people on Facebook alone last month with our fish talk and our shit talk and our fish finders. And, I think it's great. I think the rivalry is awesome. Still don't agree on the flag scenario. Hold on. Is the chat even going? Is the chat even moving, Sean, or no?
Yeah, it's a little slow, but it's getting there.
Oh, God. It's a Sunday night. We're planning to do some calls here tonight as well. Cody got his ass whooped. Wow. I can't believe this. Is the guy behind you all drunk? Oh, my God. I just peer pressured him into having a beer. I wasn't going to have one. I had a severe... What?
I'm drinking a story. You can't see that on the... Oh.
Yeah. Sierra Mist was so bad, he's drinking a story. Or just, wow, Brian, you're accusing drug use now. Wow. They're saying you're high. Wow. What in the hell? What did you do to these people, Sean?
I don't know. I don't even know who the hell Ryan Bryan is.
Oh, my God. No posse for All-Stars. Brad was pretty focused. That's true. I wanted to see night 3 of High Limit taking World of Outlaws money, or you wanted to at least see the World of Outlaws versus High Limit. This is the beauty of the Chaz. Is it not, Sean? We're the ones over here. Everybody else is like, oh, 2 series can't exist, and let's all kumbaya and love one another. And we're over here like, fuck these guys. Let's kick their ass. Fuck them. Let's get them. I'm the one that's getting y'all hyped up and, mad and emotionally involved into a team, one team or another. Wow. Oh, my God. Does that ever happen in successful sports? I don't know. That doesn't happen. No one's ever happy or sad or mad if one team beats another. No one ever. That doesn't work at all. At all, period. Brad wanted to win. You're damn right he wanted to win because he wanted to shut the Chaz and Cody Jacobs up. It was the Kitten's fucking revenge, was it not, Sean?
Kitten's Revenge.
The Kitten's Revenge.
That's pretty good.
What?
I said that's pretty good. I like that.
What?
Kitten's Revenge.
Oh God! When I was thinking of something, and I was trying to think of what to type, and I do a really good job. Like Chase Rodman has came up to me and said, "Chaz, you have like the best thumbnails in the entire industry. I don't see better thumbnails than this anywhere." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "The things you say, yeah, they're crazy and stuff, and all blah blah, but they're funny as hell, man. You know how Chase Rodman, hey, they're funny as hell, man. You know, that's how Chase Rodman talks or something. You know, well, I love Chase Rodman, but yeah, he says these, and I was just thinking of things to say, and I was like, man, we plan on showing a video here later where Ginger, I was almost saying Ginger Kitty, where Brad Sweet's very mad at some particular people. We're going to be talking about that tonight. We're going to be doing some live calls as well. And I was just like, man, you know, last night I picked Gravel to win. It looked like he started out very well. And somebody said, why do you think Gravel's going to win? Why are you so convinced on that? And I said, revenge. Like, oh, he's coming to get him. He's going to get him. He wants revenge from Plymouth, you know. And when he didn't win and I was trying to make a thumbnail today, I was like, Kitten's Revenge. That sounds so funny, but it is funny, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's funny.
Oh, it is. Sanders put a beat down at Chico. Yeah, I know. I still don't know why he races over there. It makes no sense to me. Usually when you're better, you move up. I don't like guys. When it gets to a certain point of domination, it's cherry picking, in my opinion. You know what I mean by that, Sean?
Yeah.
Like, people accuse Brian Brown of that, right? Still to this day here in Knoxville, right?
I haven't really heard it much, but I mean, he's been known for that.
Well, what I mean by that is, like, people have seen Brian Brown win for years in Knoxville, and they don't. I mean, yeah, he's traveled some. I believe he won a Tuscarora 50 a few years ago, or the Weichert, or one of the big races at Port Royal. But once a guy wins so much in a certain area or division, and there's higher levels of competition in other areas and other divisions, if that guy doesn't do that, it comes across as he's just taking easy money. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, I mean, that's my feelings on Justin Sanders. I mean, they can say, oh, well, they're making money. Brian Brown has a hell of a business racing Knoxville, doesn't he? I mean, he has a hell of a business plan. He's making plenty of money. And y'all are in this money world. I'm in this God world. I'm in this conqueror-based world. Hey, I'm not talking about crusades. I'm just saying, if taking your abilities and creating purpose. If your purpose is driving cars, and your purpose of driving cars, you should be trying to obtain the ultimate goals and abilities and accolades in that purpose of that ability. Once you skew away from that and your purpose becomes making money, that's when it doesn't really, in my opinion, once again, the God view, that's when you move away from provision and you move into the labor department. I don't support labor. I support provision. And I'm not saying I don't support people who go to work every day. It is what it is. But there's still purposes, and people have their things they want to do. And if your purpose is to drive sprint cars, then you should be trying to obtain the best, once again, accolades, accomplishments in that sector of your purpose. And if something's restricting that, then it is what it is. But regardless, that's why I don't think I'm going to talk about Chico, although I will give them huge credit. They did install a new Moscow lighting system. I don't know if you saw that, Sean. I watched it last night, but Silver Dollar has now installed the same lighting system as Knoxville. So, what is it?
Musco?
Yeah, and it's got the lightings with the changing of the colors around the track and although it looked like, I don't know if it was a camera situation from Chico, but it did look like, you know, they were bragging about how good you could see the track. It did look like there was a dark spot entering one on the top side of the track. I don't know if that was just the camera or the mud on the fence, but it looked like a dark spot. Maybe I could be wrong, but it looked cool. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it was the angle of the broadcast. The fence casting a shadow there, and on the other side of that fence, or the fence being clogged with mud, and we couldn't see through the fence because of the mud clogged up on it because they sling the mud on the fence. Maybe that was the case, but big kudos for them to upgrading the facility. And, of course, to give thanks to those upgrades, we have to sit here and give thanks and homage to the people who own and operate or lease and operate the Silver Dollar Speedway, which is three people known as Kobe Copeland, Brad Sweet, and Kyle Larson. or why they have those upgrades. So we have to salute these three people, correct, Sean?
Well, yeah, why not?
I mean, to salute Brad, do I bring him like fresh tuna in a can next week? Do I bring him like a toy? Fresh tuna in a can will work, right?
Sure.
I don't know. I don't know how to do it. No, I'm just playing. That was funny. Kitty, what?
Kitty cat treats.
Oh my! I have heard several people say they've been trying to get their Ginger Kitty T-shirt signed by Brad. I haven't necessarily heard the progression on that. I have a feeling he doesn't like it. Do you think he likes it or no, Sean? Does he look like a too serious guy right now?
No.
Do you think he likes it or no?
I think he likes it. I mean, it's good. It's whether it's bad or good publicity. I'm sure he's going to take it.
And it's a joke. It's like some of this stuff, like I was saying, the Kitten's Revenge. When I was talking about putting it out, I was like, it's just too funny. How can we not put this? And it was like, if you don't laugh at that, you have what did you say? You said it perfectly. You're always good off camera, Sean. You get on here and people start shit. This is why they think you're high, Sean.
I can't remember what I said.
They don't have a life or something like that.
Oh yeah, if you can't laugh at Chaz's stuff, and know it's a joke, you don't have a life. You shouldn't even be on the show.
Well, and that's the funny thing. Like Brian Brown, Brad Sweet, all these people say it's unprofessional what you do. This is the number one. This is the utmost level of professional entertainment in the sport, is it not?
Yeah, it is.
What else? What even comes close to the professional level of entertainment that this show provides the industry?
Nobody's got it.
Who in the hell?
I mean, maybe Jeremy Elliott, but
that's entertainment, reporting stats and talking to people.
If you're talking about racing in general, yeah, you're
who is? All I'm saying is, who else is putting on a show?
Nobody.
I mean, there's talk shows. I mean, or podcasts, or interviews, or stat lines, or debates show. Well, there's not debate shows. Me and Jeremy Elliott would dominate the industry. By the way, I think he's the closest. I do think he's close. But as far as entertainment, it's not even there. Who the fuck is going to the grandstands at Port Royal with the fish finder and hooking it up to a battery?
Only you.
I mean, come on. That's professional. That's what I mean. That's professional level entertainment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Getting Cody Jacobs. And Cody Jacobs is probably the closest to the entertainment. Getting Cody Jacobs losing his fucking mind about putting a high limit sticker on a wing and this fucking shit, motherfuckers. That's great. That is gold.
Yeah.
I just don't get it. If you don't enjoy that stuff, unsubscribe, don't like the fucking page. Speaking of that, I have the greatest idea for our next level of commentary, or of content. This is it. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. I have an idea for my next level of content. We'll get into some topics finally. I'm sure you're tired of me self-postering. First of all, before we get into that, back to content ideas of fish finders and flags. The Battle, High Limit, and World of Outlaws went after it over the last 2 days at least. The Outlaws, I think Bill Baylog was the only one who went to 141. Travis Aarons won there, but he didn't do much at the Outlaw shows, unfortunately for him. But we had the flag situation where High Limit told them to take their flags down. Remember, Chase Rodman was in here in the comment section, told us the Outlaws told him to take them down. We made a video about it. We were against it. We think the rivalry is great. We think the flags build that rivalry. And funny enough, first comment in here was by Tanner Thorson. I never took mine down. And he did not. There was pictures from Beaver Dam with Tanner Thorson with his flag still up. What do you think about that, Sean? Tanner Thorson.
Way to go.
I followed that up with a comment of my own, and I said, you also like the Kevin Nouse video, Full-Blown Rebel, which he did. He was a high-limit driver who liked the Kevin Nouse interview. To combat this with this whole flag situation, first of all, it was cool, the flag deal, and if you're telling them to take them flags down or telling them to take their flags down, you ain't nothing but a big old flag. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, We're thinking our next fish finder style video is this. I think this is a great idea, Sean. I said content idea for big sprint car events for 2025. Hear me out here, Sean. Dress up as a high limit official, or dress up as a World Outlaw official, and drive around the campgrounds telling people to remove high limit flags, banners, stickers, and signs. What do you think of that? That would be gold.
It'd be gold, but you'd probably get a shit ton of harassing for that.
I think we had our goals the other day. We wanted to get game beat at least 2 times at a racing event this year. This may provide at least one. What do you think?
Yeah, I would think so.
Is this one of those deals where you kind of have to go into some campgrounds? You ride around first. You do it like the other guys do it on your face. You know, when you see these Facebook videos where there's a gold digger or something, or there's like these interviews randomly on the street, and they have this little, controversy, and it's like 5, 6 million views, 20 million views. Those things are all set up. Like, they already got the girl. They already told her, here's what we want to do. And then they do the video, and it looks real, but it ain't. Is this one of those situations for my own personal safety that I should ride around in the golf cart, and then when I see somebody with like a high limit flag or something, I like go up to them and I'm like, hey, man, I'm making this video. I'm supposed to, it's a joke. I'm trying to ride around and like act like I'm making people take their high limit flags down. Are you down to do this type of video? So I want you to yell at me, scream at me, get all mad at me, but it's just a joke. So don't like actually punch me in the face.
We should do that next weekend when Outlaws are here and see.
We do have a golf cart.
See what kind of shit goes on around here.
But bigger events like Knoxville Nationals doing this.
That would be gold.
Bigger, I would say Huset's. That's not, in my opinion, a big one. Eldora Kings Royal. Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah.
The possibilities. I think that's gold. What do y'all think of this idea? I'm curious. What do y'all think of this idea? Don't do it, Chaz. My high limit gear will be at Cedar Lake. Well, it's going down, sir. We're rolling up into your fucking campground first. You let me know where you're going to be. You let me, you want to come in here with your attitude and get all cocky about it. So my high limit gear will be at Cedar Lake. Hell no, it won't. Won't be there for long. We're coming through there to your shit. I'm not even going to ask you. I'm just going to walk up in there and rip your flag shit down. That's what I'm going to do to you, MNO. I'm just going to go in there. I'm going to wear a GoPro mount, a chest strap, and we're doing this. I'm ripping your shit down. High limit Eldora Kings Royal at my campsite. Oh, okay. I subscribe because you're genuinely ballsy. That's your brand. Well, I mean, what's more ballsy than this fucking idea to go around in campgrounds and tell them to take their fucking high limit shit down? Oh, the World Outlaw official deal may be hard, but if I could get like a security shirt, that may be a lot easier. You know what I'm saying? Like a security shirt. Maybe even come out with a security shirt that has like the Chaz on the back. You know, that way I could sell a t-shirt too.
Knoxville security.
Just put
Knoxville Raceway security.
Or I could put I could come up with ideas. I just started thinking about this. Come up with something that says racing some kind of like, I don't know, covenant security. Like racing covenant security on the front, just big words, and then a big the Chaz logo on the back. That would be so funny. So funny. Dress up as a masked bandit from the old Outlaw. I thought that's Skull. I thought that was a Skull logo. Just have a Brian Carter name tag. Oh, my God. Okay, all right. Gravel scraping mud on the 305 at Houston tonight. Yes, this is true. We don't have I guess we could put the Houston's race on that TV maybe, just to keep up with it. But the Houston's race, once I saw their entry list, it was a joke. I just know, I can't believe nobody from High Limit or the World Outlaws tripped on over there to get some prep on, coming up for the big race they're following, or not this weekend, but the following weekend. But I guess they're saving their cars for a bigger event come Tuesday. But anyways, into the results of the weekend. Oh no. You did have Rico. All my stuff just went away. Hold on. We'll go back to the chat because all my stuff just went away. Obviously, Rico won the Friday night at Plymouth, and then you had. Hold on. I'm trying to double task. Y'all keep typing in there. We'll have responses here very soon. All my tabs just closed, which is very unfortunate. Hold on just a second. We're getting them back up. I had all this stuff planned out, and these tabs just close on me. Y'all keep typing. We're about to get into some very heated topics. We do have an interview we're going to be playing from Brad Sweet, where he calls out some people. Let me see what my other tabs are doing. We lost that tab. Let's see. We didn't lose those two. I want to give a big shout out to Jonathan Davenport for picking up the Dream. Before we get into these topics here that we have laid out, I do want to say Jonathan Davenport kind of ruins Eldora. Does he not, Sean? I know you didn't watch the Saturday night race. You were pushing. I was here with a broken foot laying up in the bed, watching everything I could on my phone. But the prelim nights at Eldora were awesome. I think we watched them, didn't we?
Yeah.
I mean, they were great. Great racing, underdogs, Josh Rice winning. I know Davenport won, but everybody looked very competitive, to a point. But come Saturday, Jonathan Davenport just took the lead and drove away. He won by 10 seconds or something, Sean.
Was it that bad?
10 seconds. He was a half car length from lapping Ricky Thornton Jr. for 8th. He almost lapped the entire field.
Oh, Jesus.
And this was with only like a 40-lap run at the end of the race.
Wow.
He's just destroying them over there. And it ruined the race because the late model races usually are very competitive. But Jonathan Davenport in June at Eldora is very dominant. And it wasn't just he led the whole race. Connie, you're leaving us? Well, make sure you bring Bobo with you. Okay. No, he ain't. But anyways, Connie just left, so the whole mood changed. Usually late model racing is just very, very entertaining. And when that happens, it doesn't make late model racing look good at all, guys. Marshalltown, I was at that. It was very entertaining. The races they had the week before, very entertaining. 3, 4, 5 cars. Even the beginning of the race at the Dream, 100-lap race, the first 30 laps, it was like, or 20 laps, I'll say. You had all these guys up there, McDowell, Jimmy Owens, all these different names. And there legitimately is kind of like 8 to 10 drivers who are kind of like on a David Gravel, Kyle Larson level. You never know who's going to win. That's the allure with late model racing. They have a very large depth of competitive drivers and cars and teams. But Jonathan Davenport, I don't know what happened. Lap 20, you could just tell it was over. It was over. Tire wear was an issue. Bobby Pierce had to change a tire. He drove back up to second. But Davenport didn't have to stop. And he killed him by 10 seconds. We do have our topics back up. Finally, Rico Abreu destroyed them on Friday night at the Plymouth Raceway. These are posts by High Limit. Obviously, High Limit acknowledging the World of Outlaws when they beat them, for sure. And then you had the Ginger Kitty pounce on the World of Outlaws Saturday night at Beaver Dam. Everybody kept saying that this track is gone. But, Sean, we have inside info on this, do we not? Like they were saying Beaver Dam's closing, but our insider from Wisconsin tells us that Beaver Dam is being purchased by a driver, correct?
That's the word on the streets anyway.
Will they have a...
I don't know. I heard in post-race interviews that I think Brad was saying something about it too, that it's going to be sad to see this track go. And
well, yeah, but that's the notion. But at the same time, that's been the notion. We're getting some inside intel on this.
Right.
So our inside intel is telling us that, what is it again? A racer from the area is purchasing the track.
Correct.
So maybe that's happening, maybe that's not. Regardless, I think after the success of this speed week that Wisconsin just had, you had a lot of media talking about it. Even there was a Milwaukee journalist who documented how successful this racing week was in Wisconsin. And because they were all saying, they were worried about the tracks, were worried about getting a crowd. I've been saying it for a couple years now. I think Wisconsin is number 2 behind PA. And after the news we're about to break later in this show, we got some big PA news coming up, by the way. I ain't even told you, Sean. Yeah, I ain't even told you, but it's coming. Very reliable sources, multiple sources confirming this news that's coming. And after hearing this news today out of the Pennsylvania area, I'm thinking Wisconsin's number 1. There's 2 reasons. They will pack a fucking racetrack for IRA. No offense. I don't know who's doing the marketing or, pushing for IRA, but nobody cares about IRA. It seems like generally in the national scene, they don't get a lot of press attention. I think that's very bad. I don't know who's doing their press and doing their marketing, but he's failing the roster of regular drivers. But I think that they get fans for IRA. They also get fans for $100,000 to win open wheel modified events. They also get fans for fucking $75,000 to win USA Nationals for late models at Cedar Lake. The top to bottom of Wisconsin is full of race fans for multiple divisions of motorsports. It ain't just sprint cars like Central PA. And it ain't just 410 sprint cars like Central PA. So I think Wisconsin is potentially the number 1 state for race fans in the country, potentially. So I think that's another reason Beaver Dam not going away would be smart. The only reason Beaver Dam going away could be smart is because whoever does the high limit racing marketing and promotion is also failing, Sean. Do you see this image on the screen? Do you see this image? Now, if you're a professional organization, you got Kubota, you got Brad Sweet, Kyle Larson's your boss, you would think at least that you would take time to at least spell coming to Eagle on Tuesday correctly. You would think. Right. Coming? Do you see what I'm saying? Who spells coming that way? Or is this some kind of OnlyFans joke? What is this? What is coming? Come, I mean. I don't know. Come, I mean. What is that backwards? Maybe GMIMOC. Jimikmok? Is that some kind of like Hebrew curse word or something? Maybe they're coding it, Sean. But I don't know who's doing their marketing and stuff, but they need to figure out the spell check stuff. We all fail in spell checking sometimes, but that's a big one. It's a big brand to be falling on. I think it was done on purpose. You think it was done on purpose? Why? Why would that be done on purpose?
Just so people can talk shit.
You think they thrive on it?
Well, if it's noticed, yeah.
But then Brad Sweet's acknowledging the shit talk like we don't talk shit. We just back it up. Anyways, this battle, High Limit absolutely whack. High Limit smacked the Outlaws around, right, Sean?
Yeah, they did.
But where does that lead us? Right there, Sean. We'll be here. World of Outlaws is already... The World of Outlaws knows what's up. See, whoever's doing their stuff, their marketing and stuff, they already put it. Next stop. Knoxville Raceway. Next Friday and Saturday. World of Outlaws. They should have put World of Outlaws versus High Limit. They should have put it right there. We all know that's the selling point. Is that not the selling point? This June race at Knoxville's always been we'll watch it, but who cares? Now everybody wants to see it, and there's a reason, Sean.
It's going to be a rival.
Everybody wants to see this race next week because they know that High Limit's off and it'll be High Limit versus Outlaw round 2.
Yeah.
Why are they slipping on this? Or maybe they're not slipping. Once again, Real American Beer, owned by a majority stockholder who is a majority stockholder in Flow. Flow Racing basically owns Real American Beer, who just sponsored the World of Outlaws recently. The title sponsor of the Late Model Series and an associate sponsor of the sprint cars. So they're already, the money's already tentacling to both sides. So what I mean by that is like, wrestling back in the day, Triple H was pretty fucking good at getting on the screen and saying, fuck you, Stone Cold. And Stone Cold was really good at saying, fuck you, right back. You know, and they were fighting, and you could halfway believe that they were mad at one another. Right. But they were still getting paid by the same guy. Right. The same guy's paying them. Same thing here, buddy. Same guy's paying y'all. Y'all just got this big sponsorship. Hulk Hogan's the face of it, but you go and study the money. You go and study the money. I'm just saying, guys. I'm just saying. But it's coming here next week. Knoxville will be there both nights. But then, of course, High Limit is sneaky, Sean. They're sneaky. They're like, me and Brad and Rico can take care of these outlaw bitches. We'll slap them around at Beaver Dam. Tyler, you just go down there and win Knoxville. Get some laps. Tyler Courtney goes down there and wins. And who did he outrun to the line? Wasn't it another High Limit driver? Who was it that finished second? He almost beat him. Corey Day. Corey Day. So see the plan, Sean? See the plan? Get some laps. Get prepared to smack the Outlaws around next week.
Yep. Is this misspelled too?
Coming the Eagle. Oh. Come. Why would that be spelled illegal? Why is that illegal? That's intentional. This is where you have to see. I need to pull out a gematria calendar and add the numbers up. This is. There's some real symbolism in this. I don't believe that High Limit's making a mistake by that. I don't believe they're making a mistake doing it that way. There's no way. There's no way. Look it up. Coming. All right. Okay, now you got me looking. Coming. How they doing it? MIMG. In the gematria calendar. I think I spelled that wrong. The gematria calendar controls the whole world, by the way. Oh, my. See, this would take minutes. I don't have minutes. I'm doing my show. The gematria calendar, I mean, this is so important to actually see what they're telegramming here. Oh, see, this is why I would say it would take such a long time to figure this out. But if you do figure it out, you can technically predict a lot of things in the world. Regardless, we're gonna go to the next topic because after all this beatdowning, after all this professional entertainment, we have to reference Jeremy Elliott, Sean. Don't we have to?
What?
Well, he goes out here and does professional journalism. That's what he does.
And that's good. I mean, I'm not
me either.
Jeremy Elliott down.
Me either. I think it's great. I think he is the number one professional journalist in all of sprint car racing. I don't know about the entertainment element, though. That's all I'm saying. You got to give some credit where it's due. So this is the interview with Brad Sweet, and we're not going to play it all. Go look it up. It is on Jeremy Elliott's YouTube page. Is there another one, or is the other one's frozen? There's one more. We're contemplating. We're gonna have to get a drink in us for this one, guys. Any response right now on the Beaver Dam information before we get into this? This is about to kick off a big response video. A big response video. We're about to get into the gravel stuff, which is going to be interesting. I know Sean has a bunch of things to say about this. Do you have any response to the Beaver Dam rumors that they're not sold? There is a buyer. How about your boy Kofoy, Chaz? He can't even win a weekly race at Williams Grove when all the good PA cars were at the Weichert. Wow. ASC, NFC, and football, World Outlaws, and High Limit in Wing. What do y'all think about that? The reason that people are looking forward to Knoxville this next week is because of the High Limit World Outlaw rivalry. That June race didn't used to mean shit. And now it's must-see. Now it's must-see television. People are going to be flocking to Knoxville to see that race. It's going to be interesting, that's for sure. What'd you say?
It's going to be interesting for sure.
World of Outlaw versus Cheaters series, the next. Whoa. Sweet was exhausted. He was up on the wheel and wanted it. What a drive. Well, and see now, Sean, we have to talk about that. That's what we're talking about with Kyle Larson and Sweet Race and High Limit versus the Outlaws. There is a tick, is there not? We could see the ticks going up when Brad Sweet and Kyle's racing the Outlaws versus High Limit. We could see it.
Sure.
Even you, as a Kyle Larson fan, you said you saw Kyle lit up.
Yeah, you can see it. Definitely see it.
When he's at those Outlaw races, though, that motherfucker's on Kyle Larson mode. He's on Kyle Larson mode. Yeah, and hold on. That's a good point, Dean Henry. Knoxville does suck. But this show don't suck. The drama is selling Knoxville next week. Does that make sense, Sean?
Oh, yeah, it will.
The race is it because look, if we were all about the best races, we wouldn't even fucking watch sprint cars. We just watch late miles every fucking week. We would just watch quarter mile somewhere. This sprint car thing ain't about the race. It's about the show. It used to be Sammy or Steve and Wolfgang's, and then it used to be Donnie Schatz's dominance, which kind of probably got people tuned out from sprint car racing when you see one car win all the fucking time. Is that not right or wrong, Sean?
That's right.
The Donnie era probably lost sprint car fans. You know? So when it comes to these races in sprint car racing, especially the top-notch events, it's not about the racing. The Knoxville Nationals the last 2 years has been relatively boring, the main event. You know, their formats are great, and it causes good racing, but then even the drivers bitch. You know, and this next week, yeah, Knoxville's not a great race sometimes. Sometimes it can be really good. I've seen some good weekly racing, but you put the best of the best on the track, and it's hard to do anything different. It's hard. But now, all I'm saying is now, one high limit guy passing an outlaw guy or an outlaw guy passing a high limit guy adds 10 times the allure to a fan now.
Oh, definitely. I mean, this definitely brings attention back to both series and just the rivalry. I mean, I enjoy watching the two, battle back and forth, and just makes it more exciting.
Well, it's the selling point of sprint car racing right now, period.
Right. Yeah, like you said, it's the show. It's not the racing, it's the show.
And was Red Cedar really a fucking... And this ain't a hate on the Outlaws. You know, the high limit races ain't even really been all that badass, have they? I mean, the Outlaw races ain't really been that badass, really. I mean, but when these two are going at it, this is fucking must-see shit.
Well, I mean, you can say the same for high limit, too. I mean, it is what it is, the races that we have seen. But when you get the two together, it just makes it more exciting.
Well, somebody just said find a non-committed driver that has ran both and ask them which is tougher. I don't give a shit about that. But that's a very good point. Outside of regular World of Outlaw events and Knoxville Nationals and Kings Royals over the last few years, the bigger must-see events have been when they go to PA. This is before High Limit, have been when they go to the West Coast in California. Why is that? Because there's a rivalry regime of drivers, the PA Posse and the West Coast Cartel, who are going to challenge now the Outlaws, and they're going to try to beat them. And now those shows traditionally were the must-see events. When you had PA Posse or you had the West Coast drivers maybe going to beat the Outlaws now. That's the rivalry. Now, because of High Limit, we're getting that same type of rivalry feeling and allure and show and attention at every single event that those two are matched up at.
I mean, with High Limit and Outlaws running PA, I mean, did you really hear much about the PA Posse versus World Outlaws, or you know what I mean? It's
no. David Gravel rolling into the fucking racetrack was the biggest fucking news of the weekend because they were like, "Oh, an outlaw driver's here."
Yeah.
It really, yeah. Well, so yeah, this High Limit thing maybe has digressed this PA Posse deal, digressed this California deal, but it has amplified these High Limit versus Outlaw events that honestly There's more of them.
Right.
There's more of them. So that's how it really goes. Okay, so are we ready for this Jeremy Elliott professional journalism work here? Are we ready for it?
Let's do it.
This is Brad Sweet after, and listen to this badass intro he's got. It's so cool. I wish I could do this one day. One day I might be able to be Jeremy Elliott. Someday soon. Listen to what this is with Brad Sweet. After winning at Beaver Dam, he has some interesting takes here. Whew, I'm going to feel very insecure when I play this video because I'm going to watch a professional Sean do professional things. And I don't know if I can handle it, Sean. I might walk off the fucking show, Sean. We may end the show right now.
He might be learning from you.
I'm not saying that out loud. I'm just saying that what I'm about to see is going to make me feel so insecure. This is how a professional conducts himself. I don't know. Do I need to get a razor blade over here real quick? Oh, I mean, what do I need to do, Sean? Just push play. Just push. Okay. All the gray heads just cummed in their pants. Did you hear that rock and roll that no one listens to in the modern era? Oh, my God.
Whoop. Sprint car limited.
What was that? That wasn't professional, Sean. What the hell? There's a whole delay.
Whoop.
Did they make sure that there was a knock? Whoa, hold on. Hold on. I caught him here. They made sure that there was a World of Outlaw logo and shit on the screen. Look at that. No. Seriously, watch. This is why there was a delay. I was trying to figure it out earlier. Look, they wanted to make sure it was on the screen. Look at them. They both look at it. Brad looks at it. Did you see the glance? They wanted to make sure that David Gravel and all them people were on the screen.
Whoop.
And look, he pans over with the fucking camera. They're playing the game. Oh, my God. They're in on it. This is Illuminati 2.0. Look at it. He makes sure that they have them on the screen. Oh, my God. I can't believe it. Wow.
SprintCarLimited.com, coming from Beaver Dam Raceway. We're here with winner Brad Sweet. Brad, that was pretty satisfying.
Yeah, there's been a lot of smack talk, and I think a little bit of rivalry building, and one person in particular in the pits that's kind of degrading a little bit to all the high limit guys. So
what? What did he say, Sean?
Degrading?
Oh my God! Hold on, we got to hear it one more time.
Smack talk, and I think a little bit of rivalry building, and one person in particular in the pits that's kind of degrading a little bit to all the high limit guys. So I think
what? Hold on, what does he mean, Sean? What does he mean?
What does he mean? I'm going to have to assume Cody Jacobs, maybe.
Why is he being that? Why? Cody Jacobs is building the high limit brand. Does he not understand? Hold on. Give me a beer, Sean. Is there any more? Oh, God. Is the frozen one? Oh, God. Watch it when you open it, though. Oh, God. Oh, we're clear. Hold on. Let me break this down. I guess we got to break this down. Cody Jacobs is building the high limit brand. Do people not does Brad Sweet? No, they do. They made sure the Outlaws deal was on the screen. They know this is them. They're playing the game. I hope they're playing the game. I hope they're playing the game.
This is all rivalry shit that goes on. You would think, kind of like behind the scenes, but intentionally, put it out there, just nonchalant.
Dude, hold on. I got to figure this out because I don't want to believe that everyone in this frame, me, Jeremy Elliott, and you and Brad Sweet, I don't want to believe that Brad Sweet and Jeremy Elliott are this slow when it comes to how you sell things, how you market things, how you make them bigger. Cody Jacobs, right? based on, okay, fine, the Chaz too. You can add me because I put Cody on a fucking camera and let him go. Cody Jacobs and the Chaz, for instance, if that's their content, there's fucking shit talking. We have been the biggest promoters of the High Limit Racing Series in the last 60 days.
Yeah.
Who else is all of our content? Think about this. And I'm not throwing Cody under the bus because maybe Cody, he doesn't see it either. I knew what I was doing. I was taking advantage of Cody. That's what it was. I was using him. No, I'm just kidding, Cody. You can be as mad as you want. But here's the deal. We are making content about who? What are me and Cody? What was everybody bitching about? Ginger Kitty in it and stickers on the car. What were we mad about, or we were going off about? What was it about, Sean? What particular brand was it all about?
High Limit.
Okay. Right. So, me and Cody, with our shit-talking material, reached probably at this point 8 million people. Yeah, the Outlaws were included because we're this team, but we're also including the other team in the game. In the game. This is once again, y'all may have not studied your mantra. You may have not studied psychosis and all these other things that are a very big part of mass integration or other sports. But I would say the number one promoter of the High Limit Series based on numbers in the last 60 days has been Cody Jacobs. Yeah. There's no denying it.
And you don't even know it.
And he don't even know it. I'm using all of them. I'm just fucking spinning the wand, on top of all of them, I guess. They can't understand how this works, I guess, if he's actually offended here. Although it looks like they were making sure that World of Outlaw thing was on that screen when they started that video. Did it not look like they were making sure?
Oh, yeah.
So maybe they do. But the number one promoter, I'm saying it for the last time, was Cody Jacobs. Cody Jacobs is shit-talking High Limit. Cody Jacobs is shit-talking the Ginger Kitty or the Kitten's Revenge or whatever of Brad Sweet. This is promotion. I explained it earlier with Triple H and Stone Cold. The biggest promoter of Triple H was Stone Cold. The biggest promoter of Stone Cold was Triple H. I bring it back to real world politics. The biggest promoter of Hillary was Trump. The biggest promoter of Trump was Hillary. Because they were making them and their importance of their existence bigger. Whether the existence agreed or disagreed with the other side, the method of the madness in particular, when you study things on how they work and you look into more than just World War II history, you are elevating the importance of a brand, a subject matter, a character, a series when you are acknowledging them, bitching about them, way more. And this is the problem. Everybody wants to be fucking nice and wants to just kumbaya. But unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, we are human fucking beings. Human beings, the news companies on your television screen don't tell you how nice the sunset was today. They don't tell you how good the person who went down to the homeless shelters with clothes and shit, or the people who are donating to Goodwills and all these, donation companies that properly help people. They don't tell you about the good things because the news companies make money on your fucking attention. Your fucking attention as a human being are based on drama. You're based on conflict. This is who you are, whether you like it or not. I don't like it. Hey, it is what it is. But when I understand it, when I get to the level of psychology and marketing, which marketing is psychology, it's trying to convince you to buy something. It's a salesman situation, technically. Your human mind does not tick on kumbaya sunrises and sunsets. That's why this fucking system continues to work your ass on drama, conflict, mortality. That's why Kyle Larson gets a headline for flipping his fucking race car on ESPN. Did you see that fucking shit, Sean?
No, I did not.
Yeah, he gets a headline when he flips into the fucking fence. This is why I know about this shit, because I was back in 2012 to 2016 trying to kumbaya this shit. And my people at my racetracks and this whole and fucking entire sprint car racing industry don't get a shit fucking ounce of attention until Brian Clausen dies, until fucking Jason Johnson dies, and maybe if Kyle Larson comes and races with us and flips in a fucking fence. So when you go and understand and study how that attention aspect works, that's why you come on here and don't just report and do kumbaya shit. If you want this sprint car thing to get bigger, you come on here and put a fucking camera in front of Cody Jacobs' face and let him get fucking pissed off that he's putting a high limit sticker on the fucking wing. You pull a fucking fish finder into the grandstands. Now, if y'all people are 10 steps behind me on understanding the human mind, well, that's y'all's first fucking problem. But if Brad Sweet is legitimately upset at Cody Jacobs, then he might be 10 steps behind. But I've heard Brad Sweet's the worker of this whole scenario. And the worker class of this system don't want you to be educated or be smart at all. They want you to just go to work. They want to give you a carrot in front of your face to dangle. That revenge on that outlaw shit. They want to fire that shit up to where you'll work harder than you ever worked in your entire life to accomplish a goal for us, the big daddies on top. The big daddies who are Real American Beer sponsoring the World of Outlaw series. That's how it works.
And you've been preaching this for how long?
I've been talking about this since I started.
No. I know.
So for the slow people, this is where y'all might learn, but I've tried to teach people how to learn more than they are taught. But sometimes you can't teach an old dog new fucking tricks.
Yeah.
Some of these old dogs buried in their way, they've been out there grunting so long in the field. They don't want that trick. Number one promoter of high limit racing has been Cody Jacobs in the last 60 days. Number one. If you're upset at Cody Jacobs, you're out there working, dog. Period. You don't get it. And all y'all hating on me, I guess I could take it literal and say, suck my little kitty penis or something. No, I don't know what to say. But that's the truth of this scenario. I'm not playing the rest of the interview. It's all, professional journalism past this part. But if you want to watch it, you can go to sprintcarunlimited.com or Sprint Car Unlimited on Facebook. It only has, 3,000 views. That's why I don't go the professional journalism route. Because as good as it is, you know what it don't do, Sean? It don't work. It don't work.
It might work at some point.
At some point, but it ain't going to go nowhere.
Right.
It ain't going to take you to no degrees. That the sport has to jump very quickly. It ain't going to get it done. But I know what will get it done. Cody Jacobs calling this fucking redhead a damn ginger kitty in front of the damn world. It reaches 600,000 people in 3 days. Cody Jacobs losing his fucking mind throwing a high limit sticker on a fucking car because he don't want to. Me pulling a fucking fish finder out and shooting David Gravel down as we're high in the pitting area. That's the type of shit that's going to make it change. That's the shit that's going to build this. Well, y'all hate on it. This is why the people who do this type of stuff don't think the sport's going to get any bigger, because they're staying in the same cycle that continuously keeps it where it's at. What? Sorry,
That's true.
I ain't going to sit here and be a dumb fucking dog and run and chase the same tail. I've already seen how it fails. I ain't here to make sprint car racing fail, sirs. Or how y'all act, madams. Or kitties. I ain't here to watch it fail. I'd rather die trying to make it bigger than it is. And I've already, once again, y'all's methods lose. These methods succeed. The methods that Cody Jacobs and all the things we have done here on the Chaz are the reason people want to see Brad Sweet win at Plymouth and Beaver Dam, was it not?
Yeah, it is.
There's a reason the fucking winner getting out of the car saying this shit talker online. I'm out here to whoop his ass, and the crowd knows what he's talking about. There's a reason people want to be at Knoxville next fucking Friday and Saturday. And that reason's some fucking ginger kitties and a sticker on a wing. Facts or not?
And maybe a flag stuck in their pit.
Boom. But that's how winners think. That's how winners think. Comment section, where you at? What's the comment section doing, Sean? I'm scared of y'all right now. What do you mean? Crack reach millions, don't make it good. We got way better product than crack. First of all, we got 900 horsepower sprint cars. All right, we'll get to the end of this, and then we'll get into some calls. I know they're wanting to get into their calls. But once again, a very professional, great interview on Sprint Car Unlimited YouTube. Go check it out. Brad Sweet discusses his victory over the World of Outlaw Sprint Car Series. As they make sure, once again, we'll play it just for the viewing audience. This downtime at the beginning of the video, it looks like they're making sure. Did we just see that? Make sure you glance over. Make sure you glance over. Look at this. Oh, yeah, we're making sure here before we talk. SprintCarUnlimited.com, we're here. Anyway, they do have a pretty good sprint car race coming up Tuesday. They named it the Eagle Nationals. $55,550 or $55 to win. That'll be this Tuesday at Eagle. I might go to this. We'll see if my foot's not broken in half like it was Saturday night. We'll see if this actually does work and we go there. We will find out. There was some other topics I did want to describe. Oh, yeah, we got our PA breaking news. There was some good racing over the weekend. I didn't want to highlight this. This was ASCS at 67 Speedway. Tim Crawley's 67 Speedway, which, man, if they would have had that high limit race earlier at the year based on this video, it would have been very, very good. We're not going to play the video because Flo flags everything. But Blake Hahn, Sam Haverteep Jr., and Matt Covington got into a damn slobber knocker. These three cars raced through traffic. There was a two-car slider at least 3 times in this, I believe. And once again, my bad luck with Ryder LaPlante continued. He wrecked running 5th with 5 laps to go, so I shouldn't have watched this race, but I did watch it live. Dirt Vision actually had a dirt zone where they were splicing between the different races, and this happened right before the A main with the World of Outlaws. But it was a really good race, splicing it up. Sam Haverteep Jr. did race with respect for once. I'm very surprised by that. He did pick up the win. Sam Haverteep Jr., good win, and hopefully one day he could be as good as Aaron Reitzel. There was also, where's it at? All-Star Circuit of Champions. I did want to highlight this. We can't show the video because they'll flag us. Once again, video support in the links for Venmo, PayPals if you want to jump on here. If you want to be a sponsor as well, we can get you on here. send us a message on Facebook. This is a really good race from Lincoln. It was the All-Star Circuit of Champions debut at Lincoln, the new All-Stars, I will say, their debut. Hell of a race between Chase Dietz, Danny Dietrich, and Troy Wagaman Jr. back and forth. It was just really good. Go check that video out. And that is kind of our breaking news here. And I don't know if I should say this out loud, Sean, but I received a phone call today from a very reliable source. And that reliable source told me, and I went around and contacted some other people, and it seems very true. This is a hot rumor. This is not fact. Of course, this race was from Lincoln Speedway. The hot rumor out of Pennsylvania is that due to the lack of fans at the Lincoln Speedway at weekly racing events, that they are going to go to a bi-weekly on and off schedule on Saturday nights, and they will rotate these bi-weekly scheduling events with BAPS going forward. BAPS, according to the source, will continually run on Sunday and turn their Saturday-Sunday events that they have now into 2-day events. This is the hot rumor out of PA. Lincoln Speedway is ceasing and desisting. I may get a cease and desist after saying this. Their weekly racing program at the Lincoln Speedway. This is, once again, hot rumor. Heard it from a very reliable source. Contacted some other people. It seems like it's a thing. Not sure if it's going to be a thing. Once again, this could be all lies. I could be getting fed lies and bullshit. But I'm hearing that Lincoln is going to stop doing weekly events, and they will rotate their Saturday shows with BAPS. BAPS will retain their Sunday events and try to make them 2-day shows. I think it's a big bad thing, personally. If you're trying to go up against Port Royal, it's a bad thing. Port Royal's hot. They got the hot name in PA right now. I think any Saturday event going up against Port Royal is going to be a tough draw. But we will see if this is true, for one. A hot rumor. It's not a fact. And if it does happen, we will see how it plays out. And if it plays out in favor or not. I just don't think going up. I think Friday is Williams Grove. Saturday, I know traditionalism says it's Lincoln's night, but Port Royal has just come on too fucking strong right now. And this is once again why Wisconsin's a better fan base. They show up to the races and want to have fun. Y'all in PA, y'all are so fucking, your fan base is such a fucking prissy, just what's the prima donna fan base that they won't show up for the regular events. They only show up for what they want to show up for. And whether you have a big purse or a great field doesn't matter to these fans. So I don't know if it's going to ever work going up against Port right now because, once again, back to manipulation, back to mass psychosis and studying how people work. Everybody wants to do what's cool. And Port Royal is just cooler in Central PA than anything else right now. And it's going to be extremely tough to go up against Port Royal at all, period. They're doing a lot of big things up there. I know they have the Sandusky deal that no one talks about, but it's going to be very hard to go up against Port Royal at all, period. I don't know if this is going to benefit BAPS. I don't know if this is going to benefit Lincoln. It's definitely going to cut the throat on some money bleeding out by not running weekly, if this is true. Once again, hot rumor. But I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it. I don't think Saturday should be Port Royal. I think that the PA area needs to pull their head out of their egotistical asses and literally go into a series. Y'all need to start a NARC-style series. You can call it the Sprint Car Unlimited series. I don't give a fuck. But y'all need to have a 410 Sprint Car series. period. And that would solve all of y'all's problems financially. Until y'all want to put y'all's egos to the side, because y'all's a 410 sprint car series in Central PA, and maybe Williams Grove gets all every fucking Friday night, but a Central PA sprint car series that works together would sell out every fucking night, period. Nobody would lose money if you had a Central PA sprint car series. But since you're not working together, since you're not putting your egos to the side, guess who isn't either? The people who follow you. Your followers don't. Your fans don't. Your fans don't work together. This is called top-down pyramid-based ideology. Your fans follow you. You don't understand that, but you might have to because of how discombobulated your attendance is based on how much you try to run. But if you would work together, the fans will follow proper leadership. Since you don't have proper leadership in the Central PA 410 sprint car scene, the fucking fans don't have it either. Does that make any kind of sense, Sean?
Yep.
Anyways, that's the potential breaking news. We're going to get into live calls here soon. What's the chat saying? Oh, God. What happened?
I said Mark Dobmeyer took a huge tumble.
When doesn't he?
Yeah.
Somebody said, following rumors like that, you'll never be on an Elliott leave. Oh, my. Nebraska is here. Nebraska is here. The Nebraska Cornhuskers, is that actually the Nebraska Cornhuskers account? That does look like their account. I mean, the Nebraska Cornhuskers want me to come over to Eagle. We can. I accidentally was going to do editing some video one time outside of Eagle. It was the I-80 Speedway. I ended up on a Nebraska Cornhuskers campus at a fucking coffee shop. All these hot chicks were fucking just everywhere. And the one girl almost came to the track. I have her Snapchat still to this day. There's been some creepy things I've seen on Snapchat from her, though. I had no idea you could fill so many holes in one night, Sean.
Oh, my God.
I had no idea. Hey, the college gets wild over there in Nebraska, guys. Then why are you even complaining? Need to change your pad. I don't know what you're talking about. When is Mike Marlar getting fired? I don't know. I should know. High Limit will be at Eagle Raceway this Tuesday. I got to figure out if that is actually Nebraska, the Cornhuskers YouTube account. It might be. I mean, the Chaz gets pretty hot pretty quick. Ask that girl who came over. Oh, never mind. I can't. I gotta stop talking. Let's see. Channels. Where you at? I'm going to find out on you, Nebraska. It don't look like I'm not getting confirmation so far. Nope, it is not a Nebraska Huskers YouTube account. But hey, that's fine. That's fine. Maybe you're just a big Nebraska fan. Oh, you want to cheers me? It's not, buddy, but I do live in Lincoln. I literally did go to the Nebraska Cornhuskers coffee shop and work for like 6 hours. It was horrible. The women was not horrible. Like I said, we got some Snapchats, and we almost had the one girl coming out. Chaz is spreading the word of God. The word of God needs a bush light. Are we out finally? Oh, no, he's feeding them to me. I feel like a demon right now, guys. All right, so how do we feel? I want comments on Cody Jacobs. Do you feel like he's a bum right now or what? Is Cody Jacobs a loser? Do you feel like Cody Jacobs is mad that he got beat? Or do you think he's happy that he got blended in? That's the one thing we ain't talked about, Sean. You know that, right? I've been trying to ignore it.
Right.
Okay, fine, guys. We're not gonna fucking ignore it. We're not gonna ignore it. We're getting it on the screen right now. Oh god, I was trying to cover you. I was trying to cover you. I can't believe this is happening. I can't believe this is happening. Hold on, guys. We're bringing up what everybody wants to talk about. We're bringing it up. The blend in. The World of Outlaws bending the rules for their boy once again. That gravel privilege. Golly, speaking of gravel privilege, look at this one. Apparently, this girl's going viral for a mugshot. I don't know who it actually is. Oh. This girl's mad that you vape. She said, you could be the hottest guy in the world, the entire world. Look at her. But if you pull out a silly little vape, you're done. We're done. We're done, Sean. I can't appease her. Good for her. I don't live my life based on female acceptance. Ask Mike Marlar's boss. So this is it right here, Sean. This is the all right, fine. We'll pull it all the way up. So this was the incident that everybody was talking about, Sean. David Gravel goes around after making contact with Cameron Key. Cameron Key obviously loses power there. David Gravel plows into the back of him, spins into the infield, and comes back onto the track behind Donnie Schatz. David Gravel is running third at this period. Brad Sweet and others avoided the wreck. You see that Carson Macedo drove around Cameron Key. Brad Sweet goes high. Gravel, just a bad luck, right? Bad luck. Is it not bad luck?
Yeah, bad. I mean, yeah.
He had nowhere to go, right? The guy loses power in front of him. He's fucked.
Right.
It's not like he did anything wrong, right? But that's luck, right?
Yeah, he just wrong. Or what was I saying?
I don't.
Wrong time.
Wrong place at the wrong time. Okay, Sean, I'm just going to keep you muted. No, I'm just playing. So they put David Gravel back to third, Sean. How do you feel about, if you're just a viewer, you see this happen on your screen, you see the caution, you see everything happen. What's your feelings on this situation?
Well, he should have restarted the race behind Schatz. That's where he blended in at, and here right there, he's not knowing where he should restart. Obviously, he thinks he restarts behind Schatz, but that's not the case. And I think there should be a blend rule.
No, the blend rule does exist. So then we'll go over here since you're asking. This is the rule on dirtcar.com. Any car that spins is involved in an incident and or has a problem but does not bring out the yellow flag and or creates a caution period will blend back into the field where the driver is able to do so. If there is an inadvertent caution period, the series officials will determine the placement of the cars involved. The placement of the car will be where the car blended back into the field. That's the rule. Now, in Gravel's defense, we have seen, I think it was Williams Grove, Buddy Kofoid spun to avoid and got his spot back earlier in this year, I believe, when it was Macedo and Schuhart wrecked into one another. I forgot about that. We have seen that happen, but the problem here that they have to deal with, the cause of the caution was this incident. It was not Cameron Key off the pace pulling to the infield. The cause of this caution was David Gravel spinning, because Cameron Key is off the racetrack at this point. It's still green. It goes yellow now. According to Dirt Vision, we see the little yellow green at the top left of the screen. There goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cars. Okay, so you may have put him behind, what was that, Rico? Maybe you put him behind Rico. But I have to say it as a non-biased viewer, you're at least putting him behind Rico. I believe that's Rico who got by when that caution flag flew, and he's still spinning his tires, yellow. So maybe you put him in front of Rico. But you sure as hell don't put him in front of Hoddenchild, Mackery. Is that Zach Hampton? So you maybe put him behind Zach Hampton if you're going to be black and white with your fucking rule book, which that is the missing element of making this sport correct and fair. You have to start being black and white no matter if it's Kyle Larson or David Gravel. That is the problem. That's why Kevin Nouse is on our show. So we're seeing Hoddenchild and we're seeing Mackery's wing go by here. It's still green. And technically, there is a fair argument. This is a fair argument. There shouldn't have been a caution at all. Honestly, Sean. Should there have been a caution?
I mean, what was the caution called for?
They're not on the racetrack. If Cameron Key loses power and goes to the infield, we're staying green, right? That's what they say.
Right.
He's off the racing surface. We are staying green.
Right.
Is he not off the racing surface, Sean? Is he not?
They both are.
Yeah, I mean, I understand it that you hit Cameron Key and this is a big points guy, but if we're calling cautions fairly, black and white, if we're calling cautions black and white, base level, if he's off the fucking surface and he ain't in front of cars impeding traffic, why are we calling a caution?
Right.
But that's the problem. We're calling you're calling a caution right here because it's David Gravel. Are you not?
Well, yeah, there's a caution for David Gravel, but where they give him his spot back is total bullshit, in my opinion.
Well, yeah. Well, all I'm saying is you could already call bullshit based on them calling a caution. You can already call bullshit here. Okay, so maybe he spun out right there and he's off the track right there. We're still green. We're still green. We're still green. Nobody is impeding the racing surface at this point. Nobody. So you could instantly call bullshit right now that a caution was even thrown. Both cars are off the racing surface, below the tractor tires that define on the track and off the track. Hold on. What did you say?
I said correct.
Why are we throwing a caution? You could say this is bullshit. You're throwing a caution. Why? Both cars involved are off the track. We can stay green and keep racing, buddy. That's what you would do if Cameron Key just fell off the pace and went into the infield. You'd stay green. But then when you amp it up and you not only call a caution for a car off the racing surface, a safe area off the racing surface. He's safe right here. Why not just keep, here's what I'm saying. Why not just keep it green and then when he comes back on the track, he continues?
Yeah.
See it all the time. Do guys not go through the infield and cut a course or almost wreck, but they keep it going and we stay green, right?
Yeah.
So that's the base level if you want to argue this. If you want to argue this, there shouldn't have been a caution at all because there's not a car on the track causing a reason for a caution. But when you amp it up and you got your official dirt car rules that say blend in and he keeps the motor going and he blends in, even if it's the caution when you throw it here, You're at least behind Sheldon, buddy. You're at least behind Sheldon, and the camera and the whole world says you're at least behind Donnie Shots. That's bullshit, is it not, Sean?
Shit.
What? Why? Why do you feel it's bullshit? Speak for the people, Sean. Speak for them.
Nah, I'm not gonna. Keep my mouth shut.
No, you could say, well, hold on. What? No, what would you actually say? You're a national champion, Sean, in the trucks. Tell the truth.
I mean, it is what it is, and they shouldn't have thrown the yellow. And if he decided to keep going, then he would blend in wherever he blended in at if the yellow didn't come out. He is he's David Gravel, their poster child, and they got to make it right with him.
Somebody said that's a Denny Hamlin style situation.
Denise Hamlin?
Denise Hamlin? What do you mean?
Somebody said it prior. Denise Hamlin. Denny Hamlin.
I think I have something to make. Cody's got to be so pissed about this because he put a good car on the track. That car should have won that race. Somebody said, come on, Sean, speak up. Come on, Sean, speak up. We got the camera out. You're on it now. It's all about you.
No, I'm not.
Oh, it's all about you, Sean. Say it.
What do you want me to say?
What would a former racer, national champion, say about that scenario? What would he say?
Well, I'd have to start wherever I blended in at. I mean, that's just what it is.
Why didn't it happen?
Because he's Cody Jacobs.
Did you see how they were bitching? Did you see that? Oh, they were bitching. Hold on, let me show you this. According to this comment section, there was some things said. Guy who works on the car, Kenny Bowers, works on the 12 car, the Beaver Tool Machine car. Cody Jacobs wants to yell at us in the work area. Get that piece of shit off the track. And this guy's saying, well, if your driver looked past his front bumper, he wanted to have hit us. Somebody said he was too worried about meeting Sweet and wasn't looking forward, is what it looks like. We got some good comments in here. The car wasn't stopped. It was just slowed when it got hit. The caution wasn't brought out until gravel spun, so he is the one who caused the caution and should have blended in behind shots. People are saying 100% that's correct. Say it, Sean. They're wanting you to say it. They don't want you to hold back.
I don't know. It's bullshit.
I think we got something to make Cody a little happier. Cody's upset. He lost a race. Are we out of beer finally?
Yeah, we're out.
Is there some beer in the fridge upstairs?
No.
You're lying. Will you go get some beer while I do this? Mm-hmm. He's going to go get some beer. We're reeing up. We're also firing up. We're firing up the calls. We want to hear what you people think. He's getting some beer. Cody Jacobs don't have anything to say. If he does, let's hear it. If he does, Cody, I know you're watching. And I know since you're watching, I have something for you. I have something for you, Cody Jacobs. And let me show you what I have. He's going to get the beer. Look. So when Cody was on the show 2 weeks ago, we had the Danny Dietrich shirt on. And we said we were going to sign it and sell it. And we tried to sell it on the show. Cody Jacobs purchased a Danny Dietrich, the Chaz signed shirt for $250. I know it's crazy. He said $250. We had bids up to $175. When he purchased it, I wanted to make sure that Cody Jacobs, even though your driver let you down at Beaver Dam, I would assume. If it was Kyle Larson in the car, you would have won. We wanted to make sure that your $250, Cody, was going to a proper spot in the racing world. And just like this sign up here by Impact Signs, Awnings, and Wraps. Oh, God. Sean's bringing down the big... oh, oh, no. We're going to hell after this, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to hell. Sean, what are you trying to do to me?
I don't know. Night's early.
We will be live at Corgliano's next week. Should we go live at Corgliano's at the races next week, Friday and Saturday, live post-race at Corgliano's? What do you think? What do you think, Sean? Just tell us. Who cares if the dog barks?
Post-race or pre-race?
Post-race. So everybody who has a problem can walk over into Corgliano's and slap the Chaz in the face. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, let's do it.
We might be live, but we have to present Cody Jacobs with his Chaz Danny Dietrich signed shirt. Now, I will say before we do this, we are about to sign this shirt that Cody Jacobs purchased for $250, and I went to the extremities on trying to make it worth it. So, Sean, do you know what I'm talking about? Here we go.
Yes, sir.
Here we go, guys. If my crack shows when I stand up, it's not my fault. Hold on. What are we doing, Sean?
We are signing a Danny.
We have something here for you, Cody.
You need help holding it up?
No. We got to sign it. We're signing it live on the show here.
Damn, look at that.
I know,
That's
right? I got it
bitches.
right, don't I? Hold on. We're putting the number on it. That's fine. It's fine. It's a little brighter than Danny's, but we're a better person, so.
Look at that shit.
Oh, we're taking the one side off. That way this is 100% clean for Cody. We're gonna make sure no matter how bad Brad Sweet whoops your fucking ass, that you at least have a smile next week at Knoxville. Oh, Sean's helping us out. No matter how bad Brad Sweet beats you, Cody, this is gonna make you smile. Oh, are you coming all the way with it? All right, hold on. Live sign, that way you have it. Potentially for the rest of your life, Cody. Hold on. We got the front piece too. This is all for Cody Jacobs. Live reveal here. So he has proof of his purchase. It does rip, but we wanted to make sure this was clean and perfect for Cody. Because obviously he is crying in his David Gravel tears after getting his ass whooped by Brad Sweet. Tyler Wolfgang, maybe better than... we're getting there. Hold on, guys. We got the reveal here. We got the reveal live on the show just for Cody Jacobs. Oh, look at that. So pretty, is it not, Sean?
Yeah, nice.
This is, and you can lock it. You can lock this, Cody, for the rest of your life. No one can ever touch it. Oh, my God. There it comes. Oh. That's what she said, Cody. There it comes. There it is. We're coming out all the way for just you, Cody. Oh, shit. There we go. This is coming to Cody Jacobs this weekend. Once again, it has a key to it. We have it just for you, Cody. In a case, the Danny Dietrich signed. Hold on, we'll see if you can get it. Danny Dietrich's signature is right there. Hold on, you can't really see it that well. We just signed it. Our signature, the Chaz, is right there. This is coming to Cody Jacobs this week at Knoxville in a case, 100% folded correctly, I think. I've never done it before. What do you think about this, Sean? This is coming to Cody. We're trying to make him happy after getting his ass whooped by Brad Sweet. I'm doing all I can. Sean.
It's badass. I like it.
Danny Dietrich, I purchased this from Danny. He actually took the time to sign it. He wanted to charge me $100 for it. I talked him down to 60. He didn't want to sell me a shirt at retail, Sean. So we are hopefully making our money back. There is the Danny Dietrich Weichert 29 shirt signed by Danny here. You can see it in person. No, you can't, maybe on the camera. And the Chaz right there. This is going to Cody Jacobs this week. Hopefully it will, we'll see if we can back it up and get it's a nice fucking thing, is it not?
Yeah,
I mean,
it's nice.
That is as good as you could put a shirt into a case. And it is now locked forever in Ginger Kitty tears. So there it is, live reveal. Hold on. We'll do this as well. Hold on, where's it at? Where's the damn marker go? We'll do this for Cody Jacobs alone. Cody Jacobs alone. We'll put it right here at the bottom for you, Cody. One of one. So we just put it right there at the bottom of the shirt. One of one. So now, Cody, not only do you have a shirt signed by Danny Dietrich and the Chaz, you also have the only one with proof written on it. Do I need to sign it, baby? The one of one. Danny Dietrich and Chaz signed Weichert 29 E-Special shirt. Folded up, pinned up. It will never move. It'll look like that forever. I think we just changed the world, Sean.
Cody's a man of his words. He'll pay.
I mean,
he'll pay.
Do you think we're trying to make him smile, guys. I mean, we're trying to make him. Hold on. What did somebody?
Avon Collectible.
Mike Hefner's going to try to buy this off of him for $500. I'm telling you. Somebody said it's worth $8. Fuck you. That's horrible. All right. You know what time it is, Sean? Oh, we ain't done it in a minute. Call now, ladies and gentlemen. Lines are open. Lines are open. I smell weed in the room. What's going on? Do you smell that? That must be popcorn or something. So, do you smell that? Somebody open a bag of pine cones? Lines are open, ladies and gentlemen. 423-616-7673. The lines are open. We are ready to, me and Sean are ready to hear what you have to say. Oh, no. 419. Hello, are you there?
Hey, Chaz, Dean Henry.
Okay, Dean Henry is on the line from Ohio, right? You have the Big D pizza, or you used to? I'm sorry. You don't have the Big D pizza anymore. I don't have a Big D either, so we can get along. What do you want to say?
Well, there's a couple things. I wanted to go over that deal with you had talked the other night about the Junior Anthony.
Yeah, I wanted to ignore you on that because you seem you seem like you have a personal grudge on Junior Anthony. I don't. I've seen him in the pitting areas working. He takes a lot of the photos for the World of Outlaws, and they were stolen. You don't believe that? That's fine. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
No. I was just wanting to ask, were they, or, I was trying to look up some more info on that, where you had found that whole thing, and I couldn't find it anywhere.
Well, Cali Dirt Videos has been known for stealing people's stuff, flow racing, a bunch of people's things. So I was more so making light to that. And Junior Anthony's post was at the track, and this guy took the post and just tried to make money on it. He didn't share the post. He tried to post it as his own, and that's not right,
Right, exactly. One other thing I wanted to touch on was the All-Star race from last night. That looked pretty sad to me.
Well, it looked really good for PA, but for the All Stars, it looked pretty sad. But I think a bunch of people
Right.
expected the All Stars to suck.
Right.
You
I'll
know.
tell you what, Chaz, there was more all-star drivers at Fremont Speedway last night than there was in PA.
Wasn't Spithaller there?
At Lincoln or
At Lincoln.
I think he was, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
But,
who's your best Ohio drivers right now that wasn't at Lincoln?
Well, Cap Henry wasn't there.
Okay, outside of Cap, so you got one.
And there,
Who's your best
there was
Ohio
a couple
drivers?
more.
Who's your best Ohio drivers that was not at Lincoln?
I'd have to look and see. I'm not quite sure.
Outside of Cap
Well,
Henry, they're on the All Stars. That's the problem with the new All Stars is it's just Ohio drivers and Devin Borden, you know. So it's like
Right.
the old All Stars was not just Ohio drivers. That's the problem with the new All Star Tour. Is it the old All Stars who was dominating
I
the All Stars
totally
before they went away? It was Reitzel, Courtney, Zeb Wise. These are not Ohio drivers.
And I totally agree. What I think the highest all-star was Zane DeVault at 15th.
Somebody said Spithaller at 13th. I thought Caleb Henry ran in the top 10.
Oh, he did until he dropped out. He was running fifth, but he dropped out of the race.
Yeah, he was close to it. Yeah, Caleb Henry was
yeah,
the best.
he was up to he was up to the top 5 or something like that.
Yeah, outside of that, it was a joke.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
But I think everybody's seen this coming.
Well, of course,
Don't you
because the
think?
new All Stars are a joke.
Right. And me and you had discussed this a long time ago about them having enough cars to run a show like that, right?
Yeah. The All Stars. I mean, it's gonna take 5 to 10 years to even get close to what they were. And with High Limit, if it sustains High Limit Outlaws, it won't last. Because what's gonna happen is you're gonna have guys go to the IRA or Power I or maybe All Stars, and then they're gonna just jump instantly into High Limit or the World of Outlaws. You know, High Limit is no longer the Xfinity series or the Truck series to the World of Outlaws like they were. You know, they're no longer a stepping stone to the Outlaws. They're now stepped down twice. And honestly, you just had Travis Aarons from Wisconsin, an IRA guy, beat the High Limit series. You know, so
Oh, yeah.
you know, and you're gonna have guys from NARC, and you're gonna have guys from
Right.
Power I look good in PA and California and Knoxville, Houston's area. So yeah,
Mhm.
you're gonna have guys be able to shine on these other areas. Whereas instead of the next step being traditionally an All Stars, the next step's gonna be go on the High Limit or the World Outlaw Tour.
And I'd seen somebody did make a post that these low budget racers can't afford to run from Ohio all the way over to PA and race. When you got one, you know, a race taking place, you know, half mile down the road. I mean, Zane DeVault's on lane racing.
Now
Their
let's
garages-
be fair here. The All Stars never really fared well in PA outside of Courtney and Reitzel. And maybe you could say Zeb Wise. Somebody said Devin Borden was 8th. You know, and honestly, I would consider Devin Borden their biggest land of everybody. You know,
You mean
because
back in
he's
the
the only
Stewart
guy.
era?
He's
Is
the
that what
only
you're
guy
talking?
that's not from Ohio that's on the full time list, kind of. You know.
The car owner, Devin Borden's car owner is from
Yeah,
Ohio.
I know he's from
49 car.
Ohio, but the driver,
Right.
just like Caleb Henry,
Right,
we know
right.
he's from California, but you know, I mean,
California.
the owner's not. So
Yeah, right, exactly.
Caleb
And,
Henry and
I'm-
Devin Borden's the only two drivers that adds any kind of mystique to the All Star Series right now. And Devin Borden, you know, being a Port Royal track champion should add some mystique, but he ain't looked that great in the 45, and that 45 is not really a car known for being stout.
Was he there last night?
Yeah, he was there. He was there.
Was
He
he? I
ran
didn't-
8th. According
yeah.
to the chat, he ran 8th.
Okay, yeah, I didn't know if he was there or not, but yeah, they just didn't fare too well. It didn't look good, but
No.
and a note as far as the high limits versus outlaws. I'll tell you what, Brad Sweet, you knew this was coming.
Do you not agree, though, that Brad Sweet and Kyle Larson run on another level when it's an outlaw race?
Totally.
Did you not see Kyle Larson's lap times from Red Cedar?
Yep.
I mean, we had the lap times. We posted them. I thought he completely fucked around with Courtney, and then he turned it on, and then once he caught Rico, he kind of backed it off.
Right.
That's just me as a racer. Sean, you agree with this?
Oh, totally agree.
And Sean is a Kyle Larson fan. You have no malice towards Kyle.
No, hell no.
Right.
He's watched Kyle for so long. You know, we've watched Kyle for so long. We've watched Brad Sweet for so long. People, they could call it hocus pocus or whatever, but we have all watched Kyle Larson when he wants to win a fucking race. He's on it. We've all watched Brad Sweet when he wants to win a race. He's on it. We've also now, because of High Limit, seen Kyle Larson when he don't really care if he wins.
Right.
You know, I'm looking at these lap times. Look at this shit from Red Cedar. I made this point the other day. He fucked around with. I'm just going to read you the lap times. Here is the last. What is this? 9 laps from Red Cedar when he fucked around with, in my opinion, fucked around with Thorson, turned it on for fucking a few laps to catch Rico to make it a show, in my opinion.
Right.
And then backed it off. Listen to these lap times. He ran a 15-1, a 15-5, a 15-1, right? And then all of a sudden, bam, 14-4. 14-2.
Yep,
14,
I've seen that.
14-2. 14-5. 14-6. He jumped a fucking second in lap times, Dean.
Mm-hmm.
And then, once he caught Rico, 15-3. 15-1. 15-4. Now, the 15-4 was with the lap car, but he jumped a second in lap times.
Mm-hmm.
A second.
Right.
15-1 to 14-2, Sean.
That's hard to believe, isn't it?
Now, in fairness, we also had Rico's times.
Mm-hmm.
And Rico's times are good. 14-8. He's in clean air as the leader. 14-8, 14-5, 14-5, 14-6, 14-7. Gets the traffic a little bit. 15-1, 15-0, 15-5, 15-3. In heavy traffic that Larson catched up in. 15-3, 15-4. That's not a second. You know. When Kyle Larson wants to turn it on and wants to win World Outlaw races, he's running 14-2. When he's trying to make his series, people are like, why would Kyle want to lose a race? He wants the High Limit series to look good.
Right. And, back before, I think this deal with David Gravel and Cody, it seemed like, back, say a month ago or so, before the Ginger Katie and everything, all of a sudden, since Cody started in.
No, I did it. It's my fault. I'm the one that did it. Just say what everyone else is saying. I did it.
Oh, I understand. I know where you're coming from because, I followed the whole thing. But it just seemed like after that, it just seemed like they're just kind of slowly. But then again, it's they're running the small bull rings, and I just think David Gravel never gleaned running the small bull ring.
But I get that, but how can you say that when his first World Outlaw win in the family car was Talladega Short Track?
True. Yeah.
I mean, I would want to agree, but the results don't say that.
Mm-hmm. True. Yep.
Somebody said Kyle will never go back to late model racing. There's a Bobby Pierce. Rick, he said over there. I would say late model racing is just too tough. Kyle Larson got some press when he won late model races, but when and there was several times Kyle Larson ran 8th and 9th and 14th against the late models. And
well,
he can say, well, I'm just saying he can
models,
publicly say that he left the late models to focus on the sprint cars. No, them fucking late model bitches started whooping his ass, and that's why he left, in my opinion.
Well, Chad is exactly. And here's the thing: he had one of the top-notch engineers that owned that car. That guy's got his shit together, buddy.
Yeah, in the late model world, I keep trying to tell this to the sprint car people. There's fucking 10 teams that are David Gravel level over there, at least.
Oh yeah,
at least.
Like the guy that was on the chat tonight said the world of Outlaw late models sucked. How can you say that?
Well, Dean, calm
down.
down. I know you're a big Nick Hoffman fan, but it is true. In comparison, there is a big gap. There is a big gap. Although Real American Beer that sponsors the late models is a Flow Series company, technically. So very interesting. But here's what he's saying. Let me show you. Here's the points for the World Outlaw late models. Top 5. Bobby Pierce, Nick Hoffman, Ryan Gustin, Drake Troutman, Tim McCready. Here's the top 5 for Lucas. Ricky Thornton Jr., Jonathan Davenport, Devin Moran, Hudson O'Neill, Garrett Albertson. For the record, the rest of the series is Brandon Overton, Brandon Shepard. That's your top 7. The top 7, if you want to, Brian Shirley, Cody Overton, there is a pretty big fucking gap. I mean, I'm not disrespecting the World of Outlaw. Right. There is a pretty big fucking gap between these two. This isn't even like High Limit and World of Outlaws. No, there's a big fucking gap here between the two series.
But you take a look at, out of them top 5 you just named from the World of Outlaws, how many of them was in the top 10 yesterday? Quite a few.
Versus Lucas Oil?
Right.
Let's see. And this is why I was saying, maybe we're wrong, thinking the Outlaws have a better top 5. Because I'm trying to get stuff to load on the Eldora website. Because they just showed, you just had Tanner Thorson and all these Danny Samses and shit running well against the World Outlaws. So are they really that much better? I mean, I don't know. We're getting to the results here. Jonathan Davenport, Bobby Pierce, Nick Hoffman, Tim McCready, Devin Moran. So in your essence, you're saying like there's top 5. 3 of the top 5 are World Outlaw drivers. And only 2 of the top 5 are Lucas Oil.
Jonathan Davenport, he's on his own. He's just
but he is a Lucas driver. You have to consider what they're talking about. This is what they are talking about.
Just like they was trying to put him up, and showing him as far as him against the Zero car. I can't think of his name. The guy just passed
Bloomquist?
away.
You can't remember Scott Bloomquist? We're about to hang up on you. We're about to hang up on you. I'm sorry. Did you see the video where me and Scott Bloomquist took over Vegas? Did you see that video?
No, I didn't see that.
Oh, you got to go watch it. Bloomquist and the Chaz takes over Vegas. It's beautiful.
The best one I liked is when down through the what race? The indoor race where he had Rico on his shoulders. That was classic.
This is it right here. You got to go watch this video. It's beautiful. Me and if you type in Bloomquist and the Chaz, it brings up this video. Me and Scott Bloomquist literally took over Vegas. We're in hotels. We're in Cosmopolitans. We're at a damn gambling table talking shit to. There's so many things in this video. Me and Scott having some fun in this video, taking over Vegas. Technically,
was he a gambler?
I mean, we had some interesting talks here on the top of the Cosmopolitan at fucking 6,000 feet in the air. But yeah, he gambled. We went down there to he had his pants on, you know, those weird like little gambler pants. So I spent some time with Scott. There's some stuff on this video that we didn't show. But it was interesting. I just can't believe you couldn't remember Scott Bloomquist's.
Sometimes my brain kicks out of gear, buddy.
We actually witnessed a guy win like $60,000 on a. Well, yeah, here it is. Hold on. Let me pause this. Scott was so blown away. This guy won $60,000. Hold on. Let me make sure I get the number correct. 50. Let me see this. Hold on. Yeah, $56,000 this guy won on a Vegas slot.
On a slot?
As I was filming with Scott Bloomquist, this dude pulled a $56,000 slot. But regardless, go check it out. Wow. It's Bloom Vegas. Throwback to when Scott Bloomquist took Vegas over, friends, stories, and limos and more. We end up going to a fucking casino late in the night. We're fucking We're riding in a fucking Mercedes Benz limo. We're wearing masks. It's a very entertaining video. But regardless, we're gonna ban you from coming on the show ever again. You did not even know who Scott Bloomquist was. This is very degradable.
You can't do that, buddy. Anyways,
okay, hold on. So I do want to get to the seriousness of your conversation. So I'm looking at the full results of the Dream this weekend. I'm seeing 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on, let me see. Bronson's not a driver one way or the other, is he? No. 1, 2. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What about Dalton Wilson? Yep. 6. Yeah. Chris Madden's not either. 6. Tyler Erb is a Lucas driver, right?
No, he's
okay. Hudson O'Neill was in at 7. Okay, so there was 7 Lucas guys in the field. Obviously, the Outlaws did good in the top 5. 3 right there in the top 5. Bobby Pierce, Nick Hoffman, and you're a big Nick Hoffman guy. You suck his penis halfway sometimes. But what? 1, 2, 3, and then that's it. I don't see any more. Ryan Gustin was 9th in a B main. Tyler Bruning was 7th in a B main. I think he's a World Outlaw guy. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Although he's 22nd in the points. His name's not highlighted. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. So there is a big gap, I would say, between Lucas, when you look at it.
Once you get out of the the top 7 of the World of Outlaws, yes, they do kind of slack off a little.
Well, I would say outside the top 3. Outside of McCready. But when you look at their point standings, I mean, Pierce, Hoffman, Gustin, Troutman, which I think he's coming up. Troutman could be good. And McCready, we'll just say top 5, but it's so hard to compare that top 5 to Thornton, Davenport, Moran, O'Neill. You got Overton in there. You got Shepard in there. I mean, that's a strong fucking top 5, 6, 7. I mean,
Shepard just went to Lucas. He was always.
I understand what you're saying, but that's just Lucas has a fucking roster, man. They just have a fucking
Oh,
monster.
I'm not doubting that, but you can't turn around and say that, World of Outlaws suck when their performance, and that's the thing about it. You look at that race, Kevin Moran, which is a Lucas boy, he started in the back. Nick Hoffman started in the back. Them boys come through.
He did.
At one time, Nick was he was a lap down when he hit the wall and tore off the rear spoiler, and they had to come in and they had to fix it. And they got that lucky dog at Eldora,
Well,
and that's how.
how do you feel about the biggest controversy from the weekend? So that had to go around the Tyler Erb wrap. He had the General Lee wrap on his car. I'm trying to get some pictures here, but obviously there's titties everywhere because that's Tyler Erb. That's how he rolls. That's fine. I like big titties too. But the big controversy, once again, the titties. He's trying to sell them. There they are. The booty, everything like that. But the big controversy on this car wasn't the titties. It was the top of the car. They did not use the rebel flag. They used the American flag on the top of the car. Yes, they did not do the racist white trash version. They did the progressive version. They cared about black people, and people were pissed off about this. They were mad that they cared about other people. I think that losers are losers, winners are winners.
I think it was smart on their part, putting that American flag on there.
But at the same time, I mean, why are y'all mad that Tyler Erb put the American flag on his car? You're mad he didn't put a loser on his car? I mean, he's trying to win.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. I've never heard that, to be honest with you, Chaz.
Yeah, they were pissed off. The comment sections were livid when he posted.
Well, it was actually, if you stop and think about it, the General Lee did have the rebel flag on, but still, I can see.
But that's why there's been so much controversy around that car, the General Lee car, because it had that on it.
I never knew about it or heard anything until you just now mentioned it. That happened. Which that doesn't surprise me at all. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I understand.
But, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just that outdoor. It was good. I was impressed.
Yeah, but the main event sucked. I mean, the main event sucked. Jonathan Davenport stinked that show up.
Well, yeah,
he really did.
Just like what you call it, Jim, the announcer there. He says, if something would have happened to Jonathan Davenport, it'd been a hell of a race,
Right.
I mean, well, he did stink it up, and that's what I told you. He's in a world of his own, man, out there.
In June, the World 100's different.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
I don't get it either, but it does seem like, and when it comes to World 100s, Davenport's not as dominant.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. All right, we'll let you go. Buddy. Is that all you got to say?
Yeah, well, and, keep up the good work. Show's great. Like watching it.
Well, we'll try. What do you think of the buddy. Danny Dietrich T-shirt case?
Oh, that's pretty sharp.
I tried.
Yeah.
What you think, Cody? You think Cody won't cry as much when we give it to him, or?
What do you plan on just taking us to the track and give it to him, or what was you planning on doing?
I'm thinking Sprint Car Hall of Fame. We got to do it. We got to make it a thing.
There you go. But
it could end up there one day.
When you did make the comment on the comment that I put about Knoxville sucks, I'm not a Knoxville racetrack fan. I never was. I was there back in the day when.
It's not a good track, but I do think that the element of intrigue with this high limit outlaw thing is what's going to sell it.
I think you're 100% right there.
Right.
80% of them people go there to go to the Dingus Lounge. As far as I'm concerned.
You're right. You're right. Sean's agreeing with you. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll try to get another caller in. I agree with you.
Okay.
We'll try.
All right, bud.
All right.
See ya.
Thank you. I had to end it with him because I have to pee, Sean. Can you take over the show again one more time? Oh, God. Sean's getting up. He knows the routine.
All right, what should we talk about tonight? Any questions? Like my haircut? Got my haircut the other day. Not saying gravel's not fast. It's just it was a bullshit call. He knew where he blended in at.
Are they saying anything?
No, not really.
Ugh.
You want to see my boxer? Oh, my dogs.
Why do they want to see your dogs all the time? Come on.
I thought they were talking about my boxer.
Oh, God. Oh, no. We got a caller. It's probably these bums. Hello, who is it?
What's up, Chaz?
What's going on? Who is this?
It's Clark. What's up, buddy?
Oh,
What's
no.
shaking?
The Clark is called. The Clark is called. Oh, no.
Our 51st state guy.
Buddy, I'm in America right now.
Oh, you agree with the 51st step.
Buddy, I'm in Chicago.
Oh, you're in the hood. You're in the hood, the Windy City.
Bro, I'm in a dangerous part of Chicago too.
Well, the hotels are cheap there. What's going on, Clark? What do you got to say?
Dude, what is going on in the racing world? Holy moly.
What do you mean what's going on in the racing world?
High limit versus outlaws. All of this friggin' drama.
It's selling tickets, Clark. Why don't you shut the fuck up and get along with it?
I'm not getting along with it. Fucking outlaws rule.
What do you mean outlaws rule? They just got their ass handed to them.
Oh, come on. Please.
The results don't fucking lie.
Are you serious, Clark?
The
results don't lie, Clark.
Serious?
I think Clark's still stuck in.
Let's see come Knoxville Nationals. See what happens.
No, we'll see what happens come Knoxville next week. That's where the fucking show's at now. We got to see what they do.
And what do you think's going to happen?
I don't know. I'm partially.
It's gonna dominate.
Who's gonna dominate?
High limit.
They think that high limit's gonna dominate.
What?
Well, Kyle's going to need a special floor.
What do you mean? It don't take that. All it takes is Brad, Sweet, and Rico.
Oh my! Really?
I mean, Brad, Sweet, and Rico. I mean, Rico and Kyle already won the first high limit meet with the Outlaws at Knoxville. They won it already earlier this year.
Well, big money's gonna be on the line, no?
It don't matter at this point. It ain't about the money. The sport's never been about the money. It's been about the ego. That's why these races are so important.
I think it's about the money. when you have 100,000 plus to win. those
Well,
Outlaw
I
cars are
mean,
pretty good cars.
when the conversion rate is so bad for you in Canada, I understand why you think it's about the money, Clark.
Well, yeah, 100 grand US is 140,000 Canadian right now.
Right. So you think it's about those American dollars, but it's not.
It is. It's always about the money. It's about the
No,
merchandise.
it's the ego.
You're
telling me that Todd Quiring spends $4 million to win one.
It's a tax write-off.
No. That's not what I'm talking about. What is he trying to do in spending? He could spend other things in tax write-offs. What is he trying to do?
Well, he's trying to promote Houston Speedway because that's what
you
it says on
think
the
so?
side
He
of the
don't want to
car.
win, huh? He don't want to win. These people are spending money to lose.
Well, he's got the greatest advertising between Houston Speedway and Jackson Motorplex, like on the car. It pays for itself, dude. David Gravel being on the World of Outlaw pays for itself.
Okay, fine, Clark. Yeah, hold on. What?
Okay.
Every driver.
Hold on. Go ahead, Sean.
Every driver wants to win Knoxville because Knoxville is Knoxville. The money means nothing to them.
What do you think it is
Right.
for the people who are funding these cars? It's about winning. No one gives a fuck about your little money bullshit.
Okay, so if nobody cares about money, so why is high limit even a thing? If nobody cares about money.
Because people have bills in the parts department and they got to find a way to pay for them.
So then it is a. Oh, that was a good one.
Oh, it's a good one. Why?
Wasn't that an inside joke in the racing community?
Right.
Some people aren't paying their bills.
Right. All right,
So.
yeah.
Uh,
Nothing to say to that, you little bitch. Okay, Canada.
oh, fuck
That's
you.
fine.
Unbelievable.
You ain't got nothing to say to that.
Dude,
You
what?
ain't got nothing to say to that,
What?
Canada.
Oh, shut up. Hey. Is are the Fords going to be fast at Knoxville?
Fords.
Or are they going to blow up like the Toyotas?
They're blowing up pretty regularly with fucking Peck right now. I mean, if they can stay together, they can win. I mean, Donnie won in Knoxville Nationals with a Ford. He did do that.
If you're Donnie, would you not throw a Ford back in for Knoxville and wax the field again?
He isn't looking too good without one. I think.
Well,
I mean,
didn't cause all the shit, Chaz, you would still have a Ford.
It looks like he was better in the Ford.
Yeah. Well, I guess that one's on you. You caused the shit. You stirred the pot.
It's all my fault, Clark. That's fine.
No, the shit was there. You just stirred it.
Okay.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with being. There's nothing wrong with stirring the pot when nobody else wants to.
Right. I agree. Anything else?
So, what are people going to do to stop Davenport at fucking Eldora?
Wait till September. He doesn't run as good in September as he does in June. He's dominated June.
Why?
I don't fucking know. It's weird.
It is weird. Every year for how many years?
I don't get it, to be honest. It's weird.
It is weird. So, but anyways, big money's in town for you guys, so it should be one hell of a fucking show.
Next week at Knoxville is going to be the fucking slobber knocker, buddy. And Sean's going to, the Asians are pushing Asians next week. You're fucked.
Did he get a sticker made?
Damn it. We need one. We do have Chaz stickers made, but they're based on the impact sign. We may be bringing some out. We'll be seeing.
Sean needs his own sticker.
I know he does.
You gotta make a
Asians pushing Asians with a big face on it. Okay.
You gotta love the beef. You gotta love the beef that's happening between the high limit guys and the World of Outlaws.
Oh, it's gold. I don't
People
know
are
why they're
talking.
not embracing it. You know, Brad Sweet wants to be like, oh, there's one guy very negative towards the Outlaws. Shut the fuck up, you dumbass. Shut the fuck
It's
up.
funny when he's saying it and he has the biggest smile on his face. It's like, dude, you can't say that and have a giant smile on your face.
Is he playing the game? Did they make sure the Outlaws were on the screen?
Bro, Kyle Larson's making more money from dirt racing than NASCAR right now. Like, and he's not even, he's only there, what, 10% of the time? It's one hell of a business.
Well, he's only running 10% as well. He's letting those high limit guys win races to make high limit look good.
You would too. You would too.
Do you think that's a true statement? Do you think he's half-assing it? I mean, it looks like he's half-assing it, Clark.
Dude, that car looks so hooked up. It looks like he's just barely driving it.
When it's high limit.
Oh yeah.
When it's Outlaws, it's full fucking go.
Oh yeah. It's it's full traction control. It's going.
Oh, I didn't say that, but the problem with what we're saying right now, even though for the dirt racing fan we make sense, the problem with what we're saying is no matter how obvious it looks to us, gambling's involved. So we're accusing them of breaking federal law. You know.
Well, that's if there's money. That's if there's money on the line.
There is. The high limit races are being gambled on. So, I mean, yeah, we're accusing them of breaking federal law by manipulating races based on Kyle not running as hard as he can.
Yeah, but NASCAR does it all the time when they throw yellow flags.
Oh, God. You can't be telling the truth, Clark.
Dude, Formula One has freaking rules where they have a number one driver and a number two driver. You know who's going to finish in the top 5? Like, Chaz, when you put money on Formula One, you didn't lose. You made money.
You're saying study the game or the game will study you.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, Clark, so you are not getting into high limit races this year. Would you like to be banned from anywhere else? With me. I'll say with me, not against me, but with me.
You. Well, I think you know what series is better.
What series is better, Clark? Tell me.
Which one do you think is better, Chaz?
Outlaws.
Why? History? Or just because they actually have, some proper tech?
That's a loaded question there. Yeah, what, Sean?
You just did not say Outlaws.
I mean, based on results, high limit looks better. Fine. Fuck it. That's what it looks like. No response?
I think it's too hard to say. Because
why? When the high limit guys come to an outlaw event, they destroy them.
Because they've had 2 weeks off.
No, they didn't. They ran at 141.
The outlaw guys have been on the road way longer this year so far.
All right.
The high limit guys are way fresher. I saw the World of Outlaw guys out last weekend.
Yeah.
Half those guys look like they're fucking done.
They're
like
zombies.
They needed like a week off.
They're zombies, yeah. But the high limit guys run just as much.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do. When they're not racing, they're running against the outlaws, or they're running here, they're running there. They run just as much.
Yeah, but so far this year, they haven't run as much to this point.
Are you sure about that? You're saying Brad Sweet hasn't run as much.
100%.
Really?
Rico's run more than Brad.
Okay.
Outlaw shows.
Let's see. We're going to pull the stats up. Oh, yeah, you're fucked now, bitch. Talk too much.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah, you're
Yeah?
fucked.
Let's
You're
see.
really fucked. Deep dogging.
I'm fucked. Yeah, let's see it.
Okay. So the Outlaws have run 30 times, according to the stats. They got 30 starts. Brad Sweet has run 18. 18. He also has 7 Outlaw features. So 18 and 7 is 25. So he's run 5 less races. You're saying Rico's ran more. He's got 18 races. Where are we at, Rico? Where are you at? Where the fuck? Rico's down there, I guess. No way. Where's Rico at?
Keep going down. Down, down, down,
No
down, down.
way. 4. Well, that's made races. We don't know how many he hasn't made. Hell, fucking Emerson Axel's probably got them all beat. 18 for the Outlaws.
18.
2. Okay.
How many does Cole Macedo have?
Cole Macedo.
He can't run both. Never mind.
Right. So Brad Sweet's right there, 25 to 30.
No, 25.
25 is how
Plus,
many
you're not-
Brad
you're-
Sweets
you're-
ran.
And how many high limit races has well, Gravel did those other 2 races too. So he's at 31 or 32.
I thought he only ran the Port Royal weekend.
Rico did miss Volusia.
Larson's honest. Well, no, Larson ain't ran the most. He's only got 8 races.
Again, if you have time to prepare, you're going to be further ahead.
Okay. That's where you're ending it, Clark. You're our last caller.
Oh, fuck off. I'm not the last caller.
You are. It's too late, Sean. He's got to go to work. I got shit to do tomorrow. You're the last caller, Clark.
What do you have to do tomorrow, Chaz?
Everything. I got to put all this
come
shit on
on.
TikTok and Facebook that takes like fucking 7 hours.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Hey, your interview with that former
Kevin Niles.
that I wouldn't mind having a beer with Kevin House. He actually sounds like a pretty stand-up guy.
Yeah, and he's the one that's saying you and your high limit guys are doing some things.
My high limit guys are always doing things.
You're
because of
a
the
high
rule
limit
book.
guy. You're a Kyle Larson fan.
And, oh, shut up.
You are.
If you listen, rule books are meant to be broken, and if the tech is so relaxed that they don't want to throw you out, unless you're Aaron Reitzel in an '83 Roth car, then don't know what to say.
Yeah. That's the problem.
There's some people in the sport that they always want to teach a lesson. Aaron Reitzel's one of them. Roth Motorsports is number 2, right?
They go after
Just
them
saying.
for some reason. I don't. James McFadden, Reitzel, yeah.
Right? But, like Bobby Pierce got popped.
And then he got chillaxed.
Mm-hmm. And now he's fucking the most popular person, probably equal to over.
You think
Ricky
the World of
Thornton.
Outlaws would ever pop Bobby Pierce again? Ever, ever, ever.
It's not a bad thing because it gets people talking.
Okay.
Like, look at the whole thing between friggin' Elon and Trump. There's no such thing as bad PR. Gets everyone talking.
Unless you're on the Epstein files.
Oh. You tell me somebody in Washington that's not in those files.
That's why
I'd
it
be
was
shocked.
never released. Yeah, people could say, oh, the left would have fucking said something if he was. No, the left is in on it too.
Exactly. Yeah. It's just a dirty little circle. It's called the circle jerk, right? And it's called Washington.
Yeah, it's called Cody Jacobs and David Gravel, circle jerk. Yep.
Hey, at least they can win races.
Okay. And that's worth it.
Hey, so question. So remember,
last question, Clark, and we're letting you go. Question.
Does David Gravel win the World of Outlaw Championship by 300 points, yes or no?
If Brad Sweet was there, no.
Yeah,
no,
but he's not.
I don't think he will. I think they're going to manufacture it to be close.
No.
Yeah.
Not a chance. He's got to win. He's got to win 20 races and win by 300 points.
He won't win by 300. Never. It won't happen.
Who's your money on to win the Knoxville Nationals?
Someone outside of High Limit and the World of Outlaws.
Full timers?
Yeah. Somebody outside of
So then you're picking Kyle Larson.
No, I would consider Kyle a High Limit guy.
Who outside is going to win?
Mackery, Pittman, Brian Brown finally gets it done. They got their Dell Senior moment, and he cries. Somebody just say Ryan Timms. Maybe. I mean, maybe.
Here's my question. Could Torkelson win?
No, not at all.
Torkelson. Why?
No, he's not good enough.
No? He's not good enough or not now?
He's not good enough. They had the special wings. That's how he won at BAPS.
Oh, come on.
He's not Knoxville Nationals ready. No way. No way, period. No way, period.
So if you're looking at an outsider, do you think...
I answered it, Clark.
You think Mackery? You think Mackery?
I don't think Mackery's ready. I think it'll be somebody out. Brian Brown, honestly. Have him cry in victory lane, 20 years of trying. Brian Brown's like the Dell Senior of sprint car racing.
Is this the 20-year mark?
It's been a fucking long time. I mean, it'd be in the same realm.
Hey, the stars could align on that one.
That's what I'm saying. Brian Brown, I mean, Danny Dietrich, Louise, Pittman. I think that's more possible.
What car is Pittman in?
The 69K. Maybe it'll be Chris Bell. Chris Bell comes in there if he's running it. I'm not sure. I don't know for a fact, but that would make sense. I just think it'll be somebody besides the two main series guys.
It would be nice, really.
That's what I'm saying.
That happen, but
that's what I'm saying.
But I don't see. If you just talk horsepower, it's going to be hard to beat the 41, the 2.
The 49, the 24, the 57.
Yeah, but the 49's never really had a lot of speed at Knoxville.
He's already got a Nationals on his resume.
I know, but lately, like the last 3 years, he has not been there.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying, I don't think it's either one of them. So we'll see.
All right.
We'll see.
Have a good one, Chaz.
We'll try.
Later. Bye.
Oh, my. We had Clark call in. What do we do with that? Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, once again, we have the big old board. Oh, luckily. Oh, shit. It's heavy. It's heavy, Cody. In the box. Going to Cody Jacobs next week. How it happens, we don't know. The sign from Impact. Golly, I feel like a bunch of people watching could afford that sign from Impact. Reach out to them. Ask them, can we afford the same sign as the Chaz? You have a payment plan or anything? No, I'm just playing. Reach out to them. As always, we are getting out of here. Pittman or Bell, somebody said, I think it's an outsider for Knoxville. I agree. It is gold. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, you got to go to work. I got to wake up and do all this work or it's fucking useless. We will see what happens this week. Will we be at Eagle? I don't know. Will we be at Corgliano's Friday and Saturday? I think that's a definite fucking yes. You want some of the Chaz? Come and get them, bitch. Anyways, go to the website, get a Ginger Kitty shirt. We will see what happens. By the time the Ginger Kitty arrives, maybe he will come on Corgliano. Maybe Brad Sweet will walk up in the Corglianos and be like, hey, motherfucker, I hear you've been talking shit. We'll see what happens. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in. As always, be sure to subscribe. Hold on. Be sure to subscribe. We will catch you next time. Bye, bitches.
We can ride high, we can ride low. We can ride anywhere we need to go. We can ride all night up to the morning, as long as we make the show.